agricultural produce like fruits, oilseeds, cotton, jute, etc. act as raw material for a number of manufacturing industries called agro-based industries. The sugar industry and silk and woolen textiles are examples of agro-based industries. In this module, we will discuss the cotton and jute textiles and the sugar industry in detail. Before we move on to cotton and jute textiles, let us take a look at the Indian textile industry in general. It is an important industry that contributes 14% to our total industrial production and 4% to our GDP. The Indian textile industry is the largest employer after the agriculture sector, employing around 35 million people. The industry also generates 24.6% of India's total foreign exchange earnings through exports. The production process in the textile industry is very interesting. Raw fiber, like cotton, is grown by farmers. This fiber is spun into thread or yarn. The yarn is woven or knitted to produce cloth. Finally, the cloth is dyed, cut, sewn, and finished to produce a garment, like a shirt that you buy from the market. Activities like spinning, weaving, knitting, dyeing, and finishing are important stages of production in the textile industry. And a large number of industries are devoted to each stage. At each stage, there is tremendous value addition to the output. For example, the fiber that is priced at 85 rupees per kilogram costs 800 rupees per kilogram in the form of a finished garment. Cotton, woolen, and silk are the main types of textiles produced in India. In fact, the textile industry is the only industry in India that is completely self-reliant in terms of raw material and technology to produce finished garments from raw fiber. Cotton textiles have been produced in India since ancient times. Since those early times, cotton cloth was produced in India using hand spinning and hand-loom weaving methods. During the colonial period, the Indian market was flooded with cotton cloth made in British mills. This affected the Indian textile industry, as the local produce could not compete with the foreign cloth, with the demand for cloth in Britain increasing during the two world wars. The first cloth mill was set up in India in 1854 in Mumbai. At present, there are around 1,946 cotton textile mills in India. Around 80% of these mills are owned by the private sector. The remaining mills are either in the public sector or run by cooperative societies. There are also several thousand small-scale mills with 4 to 10 looms each. The cotton textile industry supports people in a number of jobs, like farmers, cotton pickers, and workers engaged in ginning, spinning, weaving, dyeing, designing, packaging, and tailoring. The industry also supports other production sectors like agriculture, manufacturers of dyes and packaging material, and engineering companies manufacturing spinning and weaving machines. In its modern form, the cotton textile industry started developing in India in the cotton growing regions of Maharashtra and Gujarat. Some of the factors that contributed to this growth were ready availability of raw cotton, moist weather, cheap labor, ready market and transport, and port facilities. The cotton yarn spinning industry is still concentrated in Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Tamil Nadu. However, the weaving industry is spread over several parts of India, where local artisans use traditional skills to add specialities like zari and embroidery to the cloth. The table here shows the cloth produced in India by different sectors, like cloth mills, powerlooms, and handlooms. Note that the share of cloth mills is much less. This is good since automated cloth mills do not provide as many employment opportunities as the powerloom and handloom sectors. Mahatma Gandhi spread a movement for spinning cotton yarn and wearing khadi. This was an attempt to reject cloth from British mills and safeguard the interests of local weavers engaged in producing cloth on handlooms. India has world-class spinning facilities for cotton yarn, and our spinning industry is capable of using all the raw fiber we produce. India has about 43.13 million installed spindles, which is second only to China. Our spinning mills produce high-quality yarn that is exported to Japan, the USA, the UK, Russia, France, Nepal, Singapore, Sri Lanka, and many African and East European countries. India holds 25% share in the world market of cotton yarn, but only 4% of cotton garments. This is because of the poor quality fabric produced by the weaving and knitting sector. There are few large companies in this sector that use the expensive high-quality yarn produced in India. The rest are small units that produce low-quality fabric for local markets. Since most industries in the weaving sector use poor quality yarn, they produce poor quality fabric. This results in a situation where India exports a lot of high-quality cotton yarn. Yet, garment manufacturers have to import good quality cotton fabric. If we upgrade our weaving sector, we can produce good quality fabric in India and make our garment manufacturing sector more competitive. Although the production of long staple cotton in India has shown a remarkable increase, we still need to import raw cotton to use our spinning capacity. Unreliable supply of power, low output of labor, need to upgrade machinery and competition from the synthetic fiber industry are some of the other challenges faced by the cotton textile industry in India. India is the world's largest producer of raw jute. The first jute mill in India was established in 1859 at Risra near Kolkata. Following the partition in 1947, around 75% of the jute producing area in the region went to Bangladesh. However, most of the jute mills remained in India. The jute industry employs 3.7 lakh people directly and supports around 40 lakh farmers who grow jute. India is the second largest exporter of raw jute and jute products in the world after Bangladesh. India exports jute to the USA, Canada, Russia, the UAE, the UK and Australia. India has around 80 jute mills, most of which are located in West Bengal along the Hooghly River. These jute mills are concentrated in a small strip of land that is 98 kilometers long and just about 3 kilometers wide. Now, let us look at some factors that make the banks of the Hooghly an ideal place for jute mills. These reasons are closeness to the jute producing areas in West Bengal, a good network of rail, road and water transport, abundant water supply that is required to process raw jute, cheap labor from West Bengal, Bihar, Orissa and Uttar Pradesh, and proximity to Kolkata that provides banking, insurance and port facilities. The main challenges faced by the jute industry are competition from synthetic substitutes and other jute manufacturing countries like Bangladesh, Brazil, Egypt, the Philippines and Thailand. The Ministry of Textiles, Government of India, formulated the National Jute Policy in 2005. The main objectives of this policy are to increase productivity, improve quality, provide better rates for jute to farmers, and increase the yield of jute per hectare. The Government of India has taken initiatives like mandatory jute packaging to increase the domestic demand for jute. People across the world are fast realizing the benefits of jute products since they are biodegradable and environment friendly. The sugar industry uses sugarcane as the main raw material and produces several products like sugar, gur or jaggery, and khandsari. India is the largest producer of gur and khandsari and the second largest producer of sugar in the world. The sugarcane crop takes almost an entire year to grow. Thus, it is not available all the year round. This makes the sugar industry a seasonal industry. A large number of sugar mills in India are run by cooperative societies. The sugar produced depends on the sucrose content of sugarcane. The sucrose content reduces during transportation. Thus, sugar mills must be located within or near the areas where sugarcane is cultivated. At present, India has 662 sugar mills, 60% of which are located in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. The rest of the sugar mills are spread over Punjab, Haryana, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh. Over the past few years, the sugar industry appears to be shifting to India's southern and western regions, especially Maharashtra. The main reasons for this trend are higher sucrose content of sugarcane grown in this region, a cooler climate, and the greater success of the cooperative sector in these areas. The main challenges faced by the sugar industry are its seasonal nature, primitive, inefficient methods of farming, delays in transporting sugarcane to sugar mills, and the need to find use for the large amount of waste called bagasse generated during the crushing of sugarcane.